So you were speaking about the suicide, trying to kill your body.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way to, on a deeper level, kill myself, the spirit, to stop existing myself?
No, because the soul is eternal. You can't kill yourself, but you can commit spiritual suicide in another way. In other words, suicide leads to death, right? Correct? I mean, that's the idea. You kill yourself, death. So, really, you can't kill yourself. You will always exist, no matter what. But you can kill yourself spiritually, meaning you cannot function as a spirit soul should function. Just like when you kill your body, the body no longer has the ability to function, right? It can't perform any of the activities of the body, right? So when you kill yourself spiritually, the soul does not function in its true capacity of loving service to God. See? So truthfully speaking, at that point when you're not in your natural condition of knowing, loving, and serving God, you're basically spiritually dead. There's no spiritual activity going on. See? And you do this by, in ignorance, doing the things which kill your spiritual desire, your spiritual awakening, your spiritual vision. You get covered in all of this illusion. You just bury yourself in ignorance. And so therefore, you're spiritually inactive, so to speak, which constitutes spiritually dead. So if you live a life let's say you live a hedonistic life, trying to be happy, of course, you're stimulating the senses in all kinds of whatever ways, all kind of illicit relationships or drugs or alcohol or, all kinds of, unacceptable activities. You're cruel to people. You're killing animals. You're doing whatever you're doing, all in an attempt to be happy, but it's just sinful activity, meaning it's bad action leading to bad results. You see, you're going to be punished for this. You're going to stay on the wheel of birth and death because of it. You're going to suffer the results in the form of disease or punishments coming in one way or another way. You see, and so when you live this lifestyle, which is just based on my ignorance, but still, fueled by the desire to be happy, I'm actually killing myself spiritually. We make offenses. We make offenses against, spiritual personalities who are trying to tell us the truth, but we're so demoniac. We're so covered, in all of this ignorance and illusion and sinful karma and so on, that we even make offenses. We don't even allow those people to speak to us. You see, and we may even criticize them or blaspheme them or whatever, which is a huge offense, and it just kills me spiritually. So all of this has a just snowball effect, and the world today is more and more like this, and we're just becoming more and more and more physically, covered in ignorance and spiritually dead. And that's what we feel like inside. I feel dead inside. That's what you feel. Many people feel, I'm just dead inside. But what it really means is they're dead inside spiritually. You see, they're just emptied. It's just like no life. In America, there's a saying, other places too, of course, but, it's somewhat common. Hey, get a life. If somebody's bothering you, hassling you or something, you say, hey man, get a life. Like, leave me alone. Do something that, entertains you or makes you feel happy or so on. Get a life that's worth living. Leave me alone. And basically that's just coming from the idea that nobody's got a life. We're walking dead. It's actually described like that. We're like walking dead. We're walking, but we're dead inside. You know, and again, this leads to what? Suicide. You know, you're already dead inside, so what's the point? To just continue this charade of life. Let's just end it. Shoot yourself in the head. So, again, if you go back to the true teachings of the Vedic system, the Bhakti Yoga system, the true masters, our spiritual guides, who actually tell us how to live, they tell us, look, don't do that. You're killing yourself spiritually. You know, don't do it. Live like this, think like this, act like this. Your relationship is with God. You know, find out what He wants you to do. And they tell us, they tell us what is good for us. Chanting mantras, absolutely wonderful. You know, this is the most pleasing. You do that, it brings life back to you because now you're living. Now this is a spiritual activity. You know, it's not just, going through the motions of existence, breathing and sleeping and, so on. But you're actually now functioning as a spirit soul. And all these different activities of Bhakti Yoga, hearing these truths, that brings life into your life. You know, it's like a breath of fresh air. Hearing, chanting the mantras, chanting these truths, meaning telling it to others. Remembering these truths, remembering the Lord, remember our relation, remember we're spirit soul. All these kinds of things actually bring life to us, spiritual life to us. You see? And so we don't want to commit spiritual suicide. You know, it's not good. We don't want to do it. You see, we need to be human beings living a human life, which means a life devoted to spiritual understanding, spiritual realization, spiritual progress, etc. Okay, no spiritual suicides.